Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make an awesome crab cake recipe that's going to be loaded with flavor, has a nice spicy dipping aioli, and a really crisp, fresh vegetable garnish. So let's get started. First up, you're going to make a very simple mayonnaise by whisking together an egg yolk, some white wine vinegar, and a pinch of salt. Then you're going to slowly drizzle in some canola oil until the mixture is really thick and pale. And then you're going to cover it with plastic and refrigerate until you're ready to use. After the mayo is put away, you're going to chop up all the ingredients that are going to flavor the crab cake base. Here I'm just going to use some cilantro and some tarragon as the herbs that are going to go in the crab cake. And then I'm going to chop up the red onion and the jalapeno very, very fine so it incorporates really easily inside the crab cake mix. And it's going to add a nice little spicy kick and a savory punch as well. Next, you're going to add the jumbo lump crab to the same mixing bowl, followed by some fresh breadcrumbs, one whole egg, some lemon juice, and then finally a nice dollop of that fresh mayonnaise that you made earlier. Then you're just going to give this a solid mix until the crab is lightly broken up and all the flavors are completely incorporated. After the crab mix is done, pull out a large tray that's going to be completely lined with a thick, even layer of breadcrumbs across the bottom. And then you're going to mold the crab mix either with your hands manually or with a nice little handy dandy ring cutter like I have here. But make sure that the cakes are firmly pressed down before you coat the other side. But like I said, once they're nice and sturdy, you're just going to give them a good flip and then coat the other side with the breadcrumbs. And then just repeat the process until all of your crab mix is breaded. Alright, so once all the cakes are breaded and ready to go, you're going to get a medium to large non-stick saute pan on medium to high heat with a generous amount of canola oil at the bottom. And then you're just going to gently pan fry them for about 3 to 5 minutes on both sides until they're beautifully golden brown. Once the crab cakes are beautifully golden brown and ready to go, you're going to start plating your dish up. So on a nice little small white plate, I'm going to smear a simple aioli that I made earlier from that fresh mayo. I just mixed a little bit of smoked paprika, some cayenne pepper, and some lime juice with it. And like I said, I'm just going to smear that right on the bottom in a nice little circular shape. Then I'm going to place a crispy crab cake straight on top and then garnish it with a few little sprouts, some sliced radish, and some freshly shaved red onion. And I'm going to toss that in just a little bit of olive oil and then perch that right on top of the crispy crab cake. It's just a very simple, lovely dish that's loaded with flavor and has a nice little citrusy zing to it.
Smells good. Smells spicy. Smells crabby and delicious, like citrusy in here. Really, really good. This looks delicious. I'm excited about it. This recipe is actually inspired by my recent trip to Bermuda. Rachel and I went on a yacht and we were served this really beautiful 3-course menu. And one of the dishes was this, almost like this little fish cake. They actually caught the fish the day before. The chef prepped it, made these wonderful little fish cakes. They were so delicious, had a nice little spice to them. A lot of good little herbs, and they had a really cool little aioli. She served it with a few little vegetable garnishes and herb garnishes, so I thought this was definitely fitting, and I wanted to recreate it. As I was eating it, I was thinking of what recipe I would make or how I'd change something or how I'd do it a little different. I've been making crab cakes for a really long time, so it kind of just came natural piecing the recipe together. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Let me dig in and tell you guys how I did. I love crab cakes. A little bit of the sauce. Man, I love good crab cake, especially when it's loaded with herbs and has a little spice to it. So good. The crisp vegetables are good too. the radish and the fresh onion. When I go to a restaurant or a bistro, I wouldn't necessarily order a crab cake. That's not my #1 go-to dish, but if I know a place has a really good crab cake, I'll order it every time because really, you know, everyone has their own variety of crab cake, their own recipe. There's just a few special ones out there that are just really good and ones that sort of stick in your mind. I've made dozens and dozens of different recipes for crab cakes, and this one's really good. It's not super bready or hard. It's kind of a loose mixture. It's really flaky, crumbly, and has really good texture to it. It's not super crispy, but it has a little bit of that, you know, crunch that you want from the cake. And of course, adding a little fresh, crisp vegetables is nice too with their texture. Just really good through and through. Most crab cakes are paired with some sort of aioli or like a spicy dipping sauce. I think this was definitely a perfect match for this. It's just amazing what a few simple flavors can do. It's just a killer dish. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you did, please thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below for future video requests, things you want to see on my channel. And I'll see you guys next time with another delicious recipe. Bye, everybody.